I currently own over 300 properties, and you know what? It started with one. And I get asked all the time, if I could go back and do it again, what would I do? What would I change? I'm going to share a handful of things that can hopefully help you build true long-term wealth. Let's start at the top. I wish I had started younger. When you start from a strong foundation. I owned my first home when I was 23 years old and bought and sold a couple homes, but they were just my primary residence. In my early 30s, I started thinking about owning rental property, and I didn't. And the reason why I didn't is I didn't have a mentor showing me how to do it. Didn't have them tell me what I should and I shouldn't do. And here's what I saw. At 31 years old, weekend getaway with my kids, and I'd be giving the phone call because of the broken water heater. Or things went bad and someone had to get evicted from a property, and I would be doing that and taking away from my day job to go do that. But I didn't realize it doesn't have to be me and always me. There are professionals out there that can manage your property. There are professionals out there that can manage the maintenance request. They can handle leasing. They can handle evictions if needed. Had I started this when I was 23 or 24, instead of having a great return on investment on my primary residence, and then my primary, and then my primary, I could have owned a group of properties that I would now own free and clear. I'm very glad I got started at 38. I wish I would have sought out some more people, some more information when I was younger. Look at the age that we live in today, and you watching this video, all this information is out there. How to buy a piece of rental property, how to manage it, how to build equity, how to do all this stuff, whether it's sanding floors or building a real estate empire. It's all there if you find the right people to follow. Next piece I want to talk about is choosing your lane. Find an area that you become an expert in over a period of time. Right now, as I'm shooting this video, I'm renting an Airbnb in Arizona. I am a customer of someone else's Airbnb business, and it's a different thing for me. I love to study businesses. When I walk in here, I'm looking at everything. I've watched Airbnbs done very well, and I've seen them done very poorly. Maybe this is something that's right for you. Is there an area that you think has potential to be a great Airbnb where you can get shorter term guests, pay your mortgage, and ultimately get you a property that you own free and clear? Some areas are great for this, other areas aren't. Knowing that area and studying it. There's a lot of information online about Airbnbs. How does the cash flow work? Do the neighborhoods allow it? Do the associations allow it? Do the municipalities allow it? A great resource for that is go to Airbnb and look at an area and see how much rental properties are going for, seeing if there are vacancies all over the place or they seem to be full. The great thing when you look at Airbnb is if you look out 6 months from now and you look at an area that you have some interest in, you see everything is rented, pretty good chance you're going to be able to get your property rented. So some interesting things in Airbnb. It's a lane that's worth investigating, and there's some great experts that know a hell of a lot more than I do about the product. The lane that I found when I bought my first rental property and when I was 38 years old, I found a market that was underserved in my hometown. And I found single-family housing. My opinion, single-family housing is a very undervalued asset class. They're relatively easy to acquire. They don't take a ton of money out front. Mortgage financing is easy. And in the early years, I did a lot of the work myself. If I wasn't swinging a hammer, I was hiring the contractor and I was on site for these properties. From single family, you can get into small multifamily, 2-unit, 3-unit, 4-unit properties. Again, lots of mortgage options to buy those. If you're going to house hack, maybe you move in and live in one of those units where you can acquire that property for a very small down payment. I've seen some great people come in with as little as 3% or 5% down. They move into one unit, rent the other 3. They renovate that one unit they're in while they're living there. They're going through a little bit of pain and doing construction while they're in there, but that's okay. Guess what? When the next unit vacates, they move out of their unit, move into the new unit, rent their unit they had been living in for a higher rent number, do the same thing on the second unit, same thing on the third unit, same thing in the fourth unit. So over a period of time, they're able to grow that. Very fun lane that doesn't take a lot of money. Another lane in the real estate and making money in real estate is property flipping. Property flipping is where you come in and you're going to acquire a property, make improvements to the property, sell it for profit margin, and move on to the next property. So we've talked about a foundation. We talked about finding a lane. I want to talk about the next item that I'm truly passionate about. Is real estate investing a full-time job or is it a side hustle? I can tell you from someone that owns over 300 properties, it is a side hustle for me. It is probably a side hustle for you. Here's the reason why. I'm all about delayed gratification. I have a great day job. I've been in the mortgage industry for 22 years. I love what I do every single day. You know what I love about real estate? I enjoy it. It's fun. It's a hobby. It's going to kick out a ton of money for me in a few years. All the money that I generate in my real estate business goes back into my real estate business. I do not draw income out of that business. I watch so many people say, oh my gosh, this is great. I've got this rental property. I'm making $200 of free cash flow a month. So after I pay the mortgage payment and I'm rented, I get $200 a month. So if I get 10, I'm going to get $2,000 a month. If I get 20, I'm going to get $4,000 a month. I'm going to quit my day job. Let me tell you something. Every single month, there's going to be an issue in your business. And that's probably going to cost more than $2,000 or more than $4,000 a month. Might be an eviction. Might be a furnace. It might be a roof. The secret, in my opinion, is have a great day job that you generate income, that you go to work every day, that you work on. There are experts you can hire as property managers to run your business. People that can help lease, sign leases, get tenants in, do repairs, all that stuff. Yes, you will give up a little bit of money in exchange for that, but what you have is your freedom to go out and earn in your occupation. It is a side hustle. Real estate's a side hustle. That's how you gain wealth, is looking at it as just that way. One last item I think is a big mistake that people make. They think that property always has to be positive cash flow. I will tell you, for the first 10 years, every month, every other month, I had to shovel money into that business to keep it afloat and keep it running. You know why I was able to do that? Because I had a good day job. I shoveled money into my property business. And the reason why I did it, I know at some point these properties are going to be free and clear and set me up for an asset that's going to kick out money the rest of my life. It doesn't always have to be positive cash flow when you're playing the long game. Now, at this point, you may already be in the game. You've watched this video to this point. Maybe you already own one rental property. Maybe you're finding your lane. Maybe you're in it a little bit. Suggestion I would make is don't force it. There are opportunities out there. I think opportunities are a lot like city buses. There's another one coming around the corner every few minutes. Don't force opportunities. Find the opportunities. Find your parameters in what you buy and what you're interested in. So for me, and my parameters and things I look at, number one, if I wouldn't live in it, I'm not going to rent it. Number two, everything needs to be in close proximity. Similar properties in similar proximity to each other. And number three, if I won't walk down the street at 1 o'clock in the morning worried about getting shot or killed or being in a junky neighborhood, I'm not interested in owning it. Those are my three things. So to find what you think your opportunity is, find your core values and what you're looking for, and be patient and look for it. I see too many people forcing an opportunity because they're not patient. Being patient doesn't mean just sit back and wait for something to fall in your lap. Find your parameters, do your research, have time that you spend to work on it. Maybe it's Saturday morning from 8 until 10 o'clock in the morning, you research property. Maybe it's Wednesday evening at 10 o'clock at night, you spend an hour or two looking at certain areas. Maybe you need to find a partner and the two of you take your strengths and their strengths and see if they complement each other. My business partner's strengths are different than my strengths. My strengths are different than his strengths. Maybe you need to find a partner to work with. Be patient, but be vigilant and make sure you're putting work in all the time looking for the right opportunity. That's a general overview and a small piece on 20 years in real estate investing. I hope you're able to take away some things. I hope you continue to follow me. I love sharing opportunities. I think there are more opportunities out there than there are people willing to take them. I hope you learned something today.